Hi, this is the intro to the video of the 3 Grimlocks. Sorry if you hear fireworks going off, it's because it's the 4th of July, and I'm recording this the night on the 4th of July, because I didn't record it last night because I was super tired. But anyways, this is Grimlock, and Wrath. Basically, the goal of this video is to see which Grimlock is the best, which is the best movie versus Grimlock. Now, I'm excluding all the other ones that aren't going to even be in the competition because they're just not that great. But these three, I would argue, are the best of the best, and they're the best of the three. So we're going to give it a shot and see who is the best. Who your favorite version of this Grimlock is, and also make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see who I think is the best. Okay, so like the original Leader Class Studio Series is fine, right? I think for this price point at Leader Class, it's fine. It's definitely showing its age nowadays, but I do think this is good. He looks really nice in robot mode especially, and I think the paint and the coloring might be the second best of the series. Of these three figures. Honestly, besides the feet on the back of the feet, I think this robot mode is an all-timer. This stuff is amazing. I have to say, I'm not huge on the wrecking ball hand just being permanently attached. I wish this was an accessory, especially since he doesn't come with his mace, which is a huge bummer. I mean, shit, even the original Ratchet Leader Class came with basically all of his accessories. For size comparisons, for a modern Leader toy, this thing is freaking humongous. I mean, even next to bigger adversaries like Shockwave, he's just a flippin' monster, this thing is.
Okay, so the transformation of this guy is actually really simple, so we're just gonna go through it really fast. Also, it's interesting how this guy's transformation shares a lot of similar design elements to the Titan. We'll get there. Alright, so next, we're just gonna rotate this up. We're gonna fold out the tail from the mace part. That's gonna fold up just like that. This dino head is gonna split. This one is going to come up. Remember that. Remember that part right there. That part's gonna come up. And then the arms are gonna split. This is gonna come up and lock into there. This is going to rotate, and the fist is gonna come up. You're not gonna split the legs. This bit, chest is going to open and rotate. Remember this as well. It's very similar to the Titan. Crouch guard goes up. And then from here, like Beast Wars Megatron, we are going to separate this section, like so. Spin this section around. This is going to fold up and finish out the tail. I put that finish out the tail. You're going to shove this section like this. You're going to bring this like this, fold that down, and then shove this armature thing into there, like so. And then you're going to bring these sections together, and we will get a mouth eventually. But first, we're going to take these sections. We're going to take these sections, and they're going to tab into there, like so. Just make sure to line everything up. This is the only one I'm going to be showing in the video because Wrath takes too long, and the Titan is just too big to transform on camera. These sections fold in, and then we're going to sync this up, and then rotate the foot, bring that in, and then the same thing here on the other side, like so. Rotate that, fold, and then take the jaws and bring them together, and there we have our dino mode. There it is. There he is.
All that positive stuff I had to say about the robot mode is basically gone here. I mean, this isn't the worst looking robot T-Rex I've seen from Transformers, but I definitely think it could have been done a lot better. I do think it's better than the original Leader Class, but again, it's just not very great.
Honest to God, I really don't hate this T-Rex mode. He's a little goofy looking with the overbite, like, he's not the best thing in the world. His tail is a hodgepodge. His proportions are super weird. But, like, he's still fun. He's T-Rex enough to where I'm like, okay, this is fine. Like, he's got the chicken legs. The mass is down here. It should be up here more. This is gappy and really annoying. Fun, the Titan has this too, kind of. This is clearly just a wrecking ball. It's really gappy. It's not great. It's honestly really kind of bad. It's very early Studio Series, but there is some nice details here. The horns are nice looking. The head, we'll get up close into the head sculpt, because it is actually really nice looking, that head sculpt. I mean, you could really see that head sculpt is really nice. The teeth are nice. The sculpting is really good. The spinal detail, the paint is also really good on this. It's a very nice dry brushing. It's just good. It really is. And the darker plastic parts here, which are more, plastic parts, do a good job at, I guess, kind of disguising the non-painted parts. I did not mean to turn my light off.
So overall, this leader class is fine. It's definitely not perfect. The dino mode is rough, and the articulation robot mode can be a little bit cluttery, but I think it's fine. I had a lot of fun with it as a kid, and I think he's definitely worth a pickup if you are kind of like a Transformer historian, or if you really like Age of Extinction Grimlock. He's pretty good. G-Creation Wrath has been out for a very long time. Ever since I was a little baby boy, I've seen this thing and just thought, this is the coolest toy ever. And in person, man, he looks incredible. He is so beautiful looking. This is one of the best pieces in my collection. Every detail on this figure is captured with such glorious intent. I cannot get over how good this dry brushing is, how good the gold, silver paint apps are. It is actually incredible. And the back is so clean too. It's kind of incredible. Our boy Not Grimlock here comes with a wrecking ball that can actually be removed. Now, removing it is a bit of a fight, as you can see by me trying to fight it here. Come on, just stupid. There we go. So it is removable though. Now, while Wrath here looks incredible, he's not the most fun thing to play with. He's honestly kind of a chore. Not really. I mean, it's difficult to describe it. He's not fun to move, but he's not annoying. You can pose him, but it does take kind of a lot of patience. It's definitely not the worst thing I've gone through, but it's not particularly fun. Not Grimlock comes with this big-ass spike mace, and this is pretty awesome looking, man. It is absolutely massive and has a just huge chunk of die-cast metal at the, I guess, brim? And him just standing here with the axe, he looks flippin' amazing. I love this display. Now, if you're planning on trying to pose him with the mace, just know the die-cast is really cool feeling, but good luck trying to get him in dynamic poses with this thing. The tab that it tabs into his hand, it does not hold very well, and that die-cast is super heavy, and this thing just loves to fall out. Wrath is still an absolute beast, though, even without his staff. Now, a giant weapon of doom is not the only thing that Wrath comes with. He also comes with the mace, as shown off before, and a tiny, teeny little Optimus Prime figure, which is fine. It's kind of just like a mini Yellow Park. He's got nice articulation details, and he can even light up a bit, but I don't really care. Non-transforming Transformers are not my scene. This one's fine, and he's got a lot of great articulation, as you can see, but I just don't really care that much. It's fine, I'm glad they included it, but I don't care. It is basically just a tiny Yellow Park, but it's more of just like a little bonus on an amazing figure. Now, Wrath also comes with this accessory, and the Mini Optimus comes with his gun shield, which also happens to have a magnet at the tip, and this also has a magnet at the tip. And basically what you can do here is come to Wrath's head up top here. Just do that, get all the lighting right. I'm actually gonna turn that off, and you'll see why here in a second. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, this is one of the coolest light up features on a figure I've ever seen. This is incredibly amazing. Now, I showed you a light feature. I am not showing off the transformation because it's not particularly super difficult, but it is not as easy as the Studio Series one, so I'm not showing it. And just like that, he is a Dino Man, so yep, that made sense. Honest, this Dino mode is drop dead gorgeous. This is one of the best looking things I own. The details are amazing. The mechanical sculpting is just beautiful, and it has so much paint and detail. It looks amazing. I cannot stop looking at it. I can't stop gushing over how good this figure looks. Now, I do have some complaints. One, his head is pretty massive, but more importantly, his tail is kind of stumpy.
Okay, so Wrath's transformation is kind of horrible. It's not bad, honestly. For a third-party figure especially, it's not that bad. It is just a little bit fighty, but it's honestly fine. It works really well. But I just want to showcase the articulation here. This is on a shifting joint. You can look left and right. The jaw can go up and down, and he has a tongue in there which can move. Really cool. Arms are on ball joints here and a double bend. And the wrists can go up and down. The legs are weird because they're the arms, so they move on these ratchet joints here, but there is like a weird limitation of them. And then technically these move, but it's weird. And then there's a pivot at the foot. No toe articulation, unfortunately. I do kind of wish the toes had some articulation. And then the tail actually has a surprising amount of joints. Wiggle there, up and down there, and then up and down there, and a wiggle as well. And then up and down at this segment right here. It's very tight, but up and down there, and then up and down there. Actual kind of good articulation here at the tail, which is shocking. Also, he has like a proportionate tail for the most part. It's a little disproportionate in terms of length. You can kind of see here in terms of kind of how this works. Other than a bit of a stumpy tail, I think Wrath might actually be one of the best transformable dinosaur to robots, vice versa, we've ever had, ever, from official or third party. It's really freaking good. My actual biggest critique for Wrath, though, is this whole stick. This does nothing, absolutely nothing to convert. It's just there for the staff, which, nothing. This whole bit at the end isn't even die-cast metal to help balance it out. It's nothing. It's kind of annoying. Ever since this guy came out and I've gotten him, I have just been so curious to see what the next Hasbro version is going to be. How are they going to up the game? How are they going to change it? Well, it turns out they made a Titan class Grimlock. First Titan class I've shown on this channel, and he is just massive. I mean, here is G1 Megatron. He's really, really big. Yeah, he's a lot bigger than Wrath and a lot more fun to handle. Every joint on this thing is the best feeling Titan class joint I've ever had. Nothing feels bad. Everything feels amazing and solid and ratchety goodness. Those legs are massive and the details go just as hard as those legs. Just everything about this figure is great, except the back. It's a bit of a mess, but I don't mind it because the transformation's really good. My favorite part about this version of Grimlock is he is just mad fun to play with. I take this guy downstairs and mess with him all the time. He is just so fun to play with. Titan class Grimlock feels like a giant toy, but that's a good thing. It really does a lot for the figure. One thing I want to talk about with this guy, I'm going to try to do it like this. One thing I want to talk about is how good all the joints feel. They feel absolutely amazing. I mean, you can just hear it. Like, they feel amazing. Nothing gets in the way. The skirt guard doesn't really get in the way. Everything just feels wonderful. I mean, he's got great articulation, man. Absolutely wonderful. This was a great surprise. I seriously really do like the articulation on this figure. It's very good. It's very clean. It's smooth. He even has a little mouth. Love that. Very good. That head sculpt is so good. For his weapons, he comes with the same ones as Wrath. A nice wrecking ball, but it's not painted, so yeah, whatever. But the giant, big-ass mace is really good because it's not weighted down by die-cast metal. So yeah, that's a lot better. Now with the mace is able to be separated. It's modular, and there's these little tabs here that will go into the fist. Helix is just as good as any other Grimlock with a staff, which is pretty damn good. But the big, no pun intended, thing with this figure is the size. He is actually enormous. This is the biggest Grimlock maybe ever. And somehow, the dinosaur is even bigger. This thing is such a treat to see in real life. It is just enormous. Now, while this figure is absolutely massive, he is not perfect. One, you cannot close the jaw. You can only open it a little bit more, but it will not close. This is static. Bit of a disappointment, honestly. Not huge on that. The arms got a nice range of movement, though. They can move all around. They got a little swivel here, bend at the elbow. Very nice articulation at the arms. The legs are a weird story. There's a bunch of pegs here and stuff, but you can totally unpeg them and get some range there. Mainly at the thigh. Mainly at the thigh and the foot. The knee is basically static. You can technically bend it, but then this whole section is going to kind of come undone. So you can totally splay them out a little bit. The tail, pretty much static. There's kind of a bit of a wiggle there, I guess, but basically that's static. So the articulation is definitely not as good as Wrath's, but the sheer size of the beast is amazing. It is impressive how big this T-Rex mode is. It is massive. It is huge. It's very cool. I mean, just look at him next to Leader Class Optimus. He just dwarfs him. And of course, Leader Prime can totally ride him. This is pretty freaking awesome. And if I'm being honest, overall, this one is definitely my favorite of the Grimlocks. It's just so overall well done. Not to say the other two are bad by any means, they're actually very good. While the Studio Series 1 never really stood a chance, the original, Wrath is a very good contender, and if somebody enjoys Wrath more than this, I totally get it. I think both of them are phenomenal. Wrath definitely outclasses them in certain areas, but the Titan, for me, just feels the best to hold and manipulate. Really, the battle comes down between the Titan and Wrath, and personally, I lean towards the Titan because of that hand feel. Wrath just doesn't do it for me as much as Grimlock. Really just depends on what collector you are and what you prefer. Do you prefer that hyper detail? Because if you do, then Wrath is phenomenal at it, and Grimlock isn't as good. But I want to know, who do you guys think is the king of the Dinobots in this case? Leave it down in the comments. I definitely see a lot of people leaning between Wrath and the Titan like I do, but I'm genuinely curious, so leave it down. Make sure you like, comment, share this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you want to see more videos like this, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff, and go follow me on Instagram at BenXCollectibles. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!